The Dell XPS 13 isn't just one of the best designed laptops of the year, but it also takes some inspiration from recent smartphone releases, like the iPhone XS Max, where bezel-less displays are all the rage. The Dell XPS 13's Infinity Edge display has bezels so thin, they practically vanish into thin air. The Dell XPS 13 has improved in key areas, while leaving its best features untouched, which means it's one of our picks for the best laptop in 2018. It's a little more expensive than it's been in the past, but the Dell XPS 13 makes up for the higher price tag by noticeably boosting the performance and design. Thankfully, this time even the least expensive edition comes rocking a quad-core processor, namely a 1.6 GHz Intel Core i5-8250U. It'll set you back $999, but you'll also be in for a 1080p non-touch display, 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of SSD storage. This is the first time that Dell has noticeably changed the Dell XPS 13 since it earned the top spot in our rankings. For starters, it's surprisingly thinner and lighter than the 2017 model that came out just a few months before the Dell XPS 2018. Dell slimmed down the XPS 13 chassis to be 30% thinner at just 0.3 inches at its narrowest point and a touch lighter at merely 2.67 pounds. Now, the second most notable of changes to the XPS 13 design is bound to be the brand new rose gold on alpine white color option. While pretty much every laptop manufacturer has a rose gold color option in 2018, Dell takes it to another level with an all-new set of materials for the complementary colored keyboard deck on the XPS 13. Dell's new power management software also helps the XPS 13, with a dynamic power mode that automatically delivers maximum power when needed, while carefully monitoring system heat. As proof, the system never grows too hot to handle underload. Of course, you're not going to be able to play games on the XPS 13 beyond the odd casual or indie hit, but this laptop will be more than ready for photo editing, especially with its microSD card slot. Expect to be able to churn through spreadsheets with this laptop as well, thanks to that 16 GB of speedy memory. These battery test scores are most impressive for a laptop with a 4K display, but again are well under Dell's projections, wholly unsurprising. We can only imagine the numbers we might see on an FHD model, considering the previous lasted longer than 10 hours in one test. Of course, these numbers aren't as high as we've seen on the new MacBook Pro, much less the Pixelbook and Surface Book 2. However, all three of those devices are far better optimized for the operating system they run.